This is sort 12 in the Green Book, and we're looking at syllable juncture in BCV and BCCV patterns. So first, let's take a look at what that means. When we see the BCV, that means vowel, consonant, vowel, and this is vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Remember, a vowel is A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, or other vowels combined that make a vowel sound. And then we have the consonant, which is every other letter. And we are looking at these inside the word. So it doesn't matter what comes before and after that middle sound, but this is the patterns that we're looking for in the middle of the word. So let's take a look here at one. We have supper, and so you can see that there is a vowel, a consonant, and then a vowel right there in the middle of the word. So I'm going to go ahead and label that. Vowel, consonant, vowel, just like that. And you can see, again, that it doesn't matter what's on the outside of that, but that there's the pattern in there. Or the fancy word is the syllable juncture. Okay, and then we have, let's look at the other one, supper. So that's super. I think I said supper earlier, but that's super. And then this is supper. And so there we have, oopsie, we have a vowel, consonant, consonant, and vowel. And so there is our other pattern. So we're going to go ahead and sort our words doing just this. If you want, you could pause the video and try and do it yourself and then see if you're correct. I'm going to just quickly go through it. So we have open, which has a vowel, consonant, vowel. This one starts at the beginning of the word, but oops, that was over here. Vowel, consonant, vowel. And then we have vowel, consonant, consonant, and here the Y is working as a vowel. We have vowel, consonant, vowel. Vowel, vowel, consonant, vowel. And we're just going to start going fast. That has two consonants, rabbit, two consonants, one, two consonants, two consonants. And mostly these ones have that double letter, so it's really pretty easy to recognize. Tiger, kitten, busy, summer, happy, letter, even, paper, tiny, crazy, dinner, and later. Okay, so before you take time to write these down, we're going to talk about a couple of things. So we're going to go ahead and say these words, and I want you to listen to the vowel sound that's being made. See if you recognize something. Super, open, over, diner, ruler, tiger, busy, even, paper, crazy, tiny, and later. Whereas these ones are supper, puppy, pretty, hello, rabbit, penny, lesson, kitten, summer, happy, letter, dinner. So I hope that you recognize. I tried to emphasize just that sound. These ones are all long vowel sounds, meaning they say their own name. And then we have the short vowel sounds over here. So we're going to talk about why that is. Now, there is one exception. If you remember, busy has a short vowel sound. And so we're actually going to move this one over to an oddball category by itself, because it has this pattern, but it doesn't follow the rule. So, we are going to look at why this happens, and it has to do with syllables. So if you think about a word and how we split it up, like this one is super. So our syllables are going to be su and then per. And what happens is when we contrast that with supper, this one's syllables is sup per. And so what that creates is of what's called an open or a closed syllable. So let's look at this. An open syllable is a word that ends in a vowel sound. There's not a consonant sound after it, like go or blue. In this case, there's two, but It makes just that ooh sound. And then we have closed syllables, which end in a consonant sound, like fled and drag. So what happens is, with our words here, supper and super, when we have supper, the first syllable is an open syllable, ends in a vowel. But in supper, it's a closed syllable, which is what results in that double letter in there. So when you're saying it, you can try and figure out if there's going to be a double letter just based on the vowel sound that you hear. Because if it's open, like in super, it's going to be more likely to be a long vowel, versus when it has that syllable, it's going to be a short vowel. So if we take a look at a couple of our other words, like lesson, less-in. So again, we have that closed syllable that makes it short. Dinner, dinner. So we have that short vowel, versus diner. So die is an open syllable, and so we know that there's not an extra consonant in there. So I hope that makes sense. You'll at least be able to see the patterns when you're sorting. But try and think about that open and closed syllable, because it really is a helpful hint when we're trying to spell our words. So let me organize this better again so you guys can have one view. That way you can pause and see. And there you have it.